Hello and welcome to Retro Cars Reborn. I'm Lee, of course, and in today's episode we're going to be looking at the rear quarter, or lack of rear quarter should I say. B-pillars in, sills on, so let's get this bit built now. I don't know about you, but you can't build a rear quarter without having a rear quarter to start with. Just from there, look, you can just see a dent. This has happened on both sides now. Ended up with a dent in this little corner, but you can see it's got surface rust starting to bubble under the paint, so I'll have to grind that back. This bottom one's cleaning up before it's put on. That one's cleaning up there, but before all that, this stripe wants taken off, this rubber strip, and this ginormous clump of filler here wants taken off the rear quarter, so that when I actually put the rear quarter along here, it's actually flat to the car, because that's nearly a full finger big, so that needs to be chiseled off. It is great to see how many layers of filler they actually put on this, and how clean the actual metal is underneath. It's quite an achievement. So I'm literally just in the process of cleaning it up with the wire brush, and you can see why it's another reason why it's covered in so much filler. It's not even flat, like there's a dent there. You can rub your hand across it and you can just feel all the blemishes in it. So yeah, just going to have to clean up to about here, I think, all the way across the bottom of here, so we've got a nice flat piece of metal to overlay the panel onto before we decide to cut it along here. Cleaning and more cleaning. I've cleaned it. I cut that bottom piece off because I thought it was a waste of time, revealing more accident damage. Look, it's all battered from when it was hit. So yes, more shit has been revealed. That needs all cleaning up now and painting. So I was just going to offer it up, try and work out some kinks, mark it up, and I will show you the progress. So I've got it on the car again, and I have just gone round with this pink line because I know that the shell behind is that low down. So if I go that a little bit further up, all the way round, and hopefully I can slide that inside and we can get a perfect cut line. Even if not, we're just getting closer and closer without cutting too much off. So I'll get that cut, we'll get it put back on again, and we'll see how close we are to getting a good fitment. So while this was attached to the car, from the inside, you just draw a line to where it's cut, and I know now if I cut perfectly above that line, it's going to meet this absolutely spot on. And like the other side, to work out where this needs to be cut, I've just got the knackered, absolutely destroyed quarter. I'm probably going to have to just quickly cut that front piece off, and basically because this bit survived with these on, I can literally lie at where they're going to be, and you can see how much shorter it is to cut it. So I'm fairly certain that this side is so much more of a better fit than the other side ever was. And that's what you get with practice, I suppose. It seems to be, to me, too much of this lower sill exposed. There's a good finger gap all the way across the bottom. So I'm going to run around the other side and have a look at the other side. Yeah, what I thought was a good gap, it has a good gap all the way across the bottom, and you can actually see that bit of sill at the bottom anyway. So yes, you can see the hole and everything. And that gets filled with seam seal, you see. So yeah, so the gap this side and the other side are going to probably turn out pretty even. So yeah, pretty much ready to weld the other side in now. So here we are with the majority of the panel now tacked into place, bar that bit there, because I'm going to use a spot welder up that edge. What's annoying is how all these tacks come out completely different. Like you got that one right on the edge, perfect, and this one right around the corner, which is perfect, and then they just get disgusting and more disgusting and more disgusting as they go along, because the welder is just so inconsistent. Apart from when you got to where this bit of rust was, and then it literally became double penetration time, otherwise the weld wasn't taking. So I'm going to leave this now overnight to cool down, and then I'm going to come back in the morning and we can stitch weld across it. But it's looking so much better than the other side so far. We'll see if this side blows all the way through. If it does, it's going to be here. It's going to be there. Yeah, that little bit of surface rust is taking hold. So yeah, it's looking good. Managed to blow no holes in it whatsoever. Get into this last little piece, and then it went doing, and you see it right there, look. It just walked straight in. So that's going to need filling now. It's really hard to get it on camera, but there you go, you can just see it there. Terrible! I feel it from the inside. But it's funny because the other side didn't do that. Oh, I was being so careful as well. There you go. You can see it now. Like a big ass circle there, look. Where it warped. What a bitch. But yeah, it's just going to want filling now. Not really a lot you can do about it. Or you could, you can put like a, some people glue like a piece of metal to the inside to give it its shape back. Or you can get like this foam strip that you put in to give it its shape back as well. But it's just easier to just fill it. It all wants filling anyway. So it's just not going to want filling to this extent, but it's definitely going to want filling again. But yeah, it's looking good. Just that last little piece to do, then it all can be ground off. Ground back, it doesn't look too bad. You can see how wavy it is there. So it's going to want fiberglass in and then fill in. And obviously I've left my little bit of extra to be folded round once the wheels are off. So yeah, this side came out so much better than the other side. The other side had so much of this hidden surface rusting that it just blew hole after hole after hole after hole after hole in it, whereas this side practically done perfect. If it didn't, if it hadn't warped so much. Nice. Just the rest of it to weld in there. And then obviously the inside needs welded in. And this rear quarter will be done. Well, well, well. It is ground back across here. Ground back across here now. Still have that as an issue. But I think what I'll do is I'll pop a plate in from behind. That needs welding from behind too, but I'll do that at the same time as that. But other than that, it's welded in at the bottom, it's welded in up here, it's all nice solid. We've got it welded on the inside now too, across the bottom. Just a load of tacks in the bottom, which is basically how it was done from the factory. There's no need to grind them back either, because it all gets filled with seam sealer. It's nice to see that it got penetration all the way through as well from the other side, so that's good. So yeah, we are one step closer. I've just got to fill that hole and that hole, chuck some fiberglass over it, and then this rear quarter can be called done. Oh, we can take these mod grips off because it no longer is required to hold the rear quarter on, because it's all attached. I mentioned also as well, having a look at this, all this nicely lovely damage here. I reckon they hit that with a hammer there to get that to go back, because I've looked at the other piece I've got and it should be perfect. So I might cut that out and replace it with the bit I've got. Also, I said I was going to weld this back up. I will do that once the cage is out of the way, which technically I don't need it now, because the rear quarters are on. I think I'll get this hole and that other hole dealt with first before I pull the cage out, and then once that is done, we can move on to this lovely dilemma. Tasty floor. I did start marking it up. I'll probably cut it in a different place anyway now that I've repaired all this corner. Basically up to here is still fine. Even that is technically okay. So there we go, just covered it with some fiberglass filler all around. A little bit on the inside as well. So that will be, once it's dried, I'll just chuck some primer over all the bare metal just to keep it from going rusty again. And that's it. Another rear quarter is fitted. I am happy with it. It fits very well. Well, there we go, rear quarter fitted. I've been Lee, this has been Retro Cars Reborn. Remember to subscribe, leave us a like, a comment, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video where we definitely 100% are going to attack that floor.